Are we pulling or we spitting? What's up, I'm Jim Pro, and this is the Ready Check Pull guide to the Entombed Sentinels on Normal and Heroic. This fight alternates between the main phase and an intermission. It's mostly single target with a priority slime ad and you bloodlust on pull. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This fight is awesome, but it's real basic. There's two bosses that you fight the entire time. You need to split your raid evenly between the bosses, half to the left corner and the other half to the right corner. This is because the bosses themselves take 99% reduced damage when they're within 40 yards, and they put a stacking debuff on anyone within 40 yards. And getting both debuffs at the same time gets real spicy for the healers. The green boss only has a few abilities. The first is the Venom Coagulation ad that spawns roughly every minute and pulses raid-wide damage the whole time it's up. So this entire side has to swap to it and kill it before another one spawns. Then there's the toxic droplets that spawn around the green side. Running over one does a little bit of damage to the player and destroys the droplet. Everyone on the green side needs to be helping with this because letting a soak go off does big damage to the entire raid. The tank buster on the green side is Empowering Slam, which is big physical damage and a stacking physical damage buff on the boss that only resets when the slam hits the other tank, which doesn't happen until after the intermission. On Heroic, Empowering Slam and Toxic Droplets spawn these spikes that launch into the boss after a few seconds. These are like the easiest thing in the world to dodge. The red boss also only has a few abilities. Unstable Miasma goes out on a random player, and that player needs everyone on the blood side to help soak the damage. Blighted Blood goes out on several random players. It's an 18-second dot that does a ton of damage. It can be dispelled, but there's a bunch that go out, so if you get targeted with this, use a personal to help the healers. The tank buster on the red side is Blood Venom Injection, a big physical hit and a long stacking dot. The dot will still be up for a few seconds after switching the bosses, so whoever is tanking the green boss after the intermission needs to be ready with a defensive. On Heroic, the Unstable Miasma Group Soak gives everyone who soaked a debuff that drops a red pool after a few seconds. So bring the soak to the edge of the platform, soak the damage, and then wait there a few seconds to drop your pool before moving. And the same thing goes for the Blighted Blood debuff. On Heroic, letting Blighted Blood expire drops a red pool, so healers should dispel these before that happens. Those are the boss's main mechanics during the main phase, but there's also a little intermission with some math. When the bosses get to full energy, they smash into each other and one starts spitting code red all over the other one, and the lower health boss heals up to match the higher health one. They take 99% less damage and the raid has to play a little math game. Everyone gets 4 orbs above their head, some green and some red. The green orbs are the important number, and you need to run into someone whose number brings your combined green orbs to exactly 4. So 1s pair with 3s, and 2s pair with 2s. Doing that turns all 4 orbs green and clears the mechanic. You have 28 seconds to do this, so you have plenty of time. But if you can't find an exact match, you take a big hit and a massive dot for 30 seconds. That basically means you're dead. When the intermission ends, the tanks swap bosses and drag them back to their split sides and do the main phase all over again. And that's pretty much it. Here's a quick recap for you to review or screenshot for later. You can find full raid plans and all of our recaps over at the Ready Check Pull Discord. A huge thank you to our supporters on Patreon for making these videos possible. If you want early access to all of our guides, extended walkthroughs, and a bunch of other cool stuff, check out the Patreon link below. Peace.